I kind of forgot for a second that I pushed go. I forgot that I pushed the stream button, and then I got distracted by Discord, and I was just streaming nothing. But then I remembered, and my phone buzzed me at the same time. Terrific. Hello, it's May 10th. It's me, it's Scott. It's my Aunt Jeannie's birthday, 77 today. And what are we doing? We got an art show tomorrow, and we were going to try to finish 4 things. I think we're not going to finish 4 things. However, I feel pretty good about 3 things. Right? I feel okay about it. So we just got to get to work. We got to do some branding-y stuff for Strata is where I was thinking of starting. And really that's just going to be like, I don't know, man. Just what sticks on the wall. Maybe we'll stick a little tag in the corner. I'm not exactly sure what we want to do with it, but let's just start on it. So I started this. I kind of like this typeface. I think it's okay. Like, I don't want to get too hung up on branding of our dude here, but let's do... I feel like that's not changing at all. Am I insane? Okay, it did change. Okay, so... Yeah, what I was thinking actually is like sort of an old school, almost like Sears logo kind of thing, like... Or like not Sears logo, but a product you would buy at Sears. Or like an old paint company logo. Just something real simple. So probably actually what we want to do... Do we want this fully centered? Probably not. We probably want it kind of like this. It's probably actually correct. I was thinking of just knocking it out of white. Oh man, what's the transparency view button? You know, Control-Shift-D. Of just doing something like this. And then we just have our Strata dude and we put it on whatever we want. And it'll be just fine. Oh, don't do that. Maybe I should have paid attention to the sizing before. Yeah, actually, let's do that before we cut a hole in it. Hi-ha. It's not quite enough breathing room. Feels slightly better. That's too much. Mm-hmm. Let's do it by aspect ratio instead, and then just shrink the dude. Maybe that's right. Okay. Now, whatever. Some kind of 16:9-ish aspect ratio. That's way too big. Let's try this. We'll leave it very subtle. It'll be a subtle thing. I remember I talked about this last night. I think I did because we upgraded to it. The new 2019.2 beta in Unity. But the new... No, it feels a little weird. It feels like the new features are not earth-shaking. for some interesting things, but the current feature list is not. Didn't feel astounding. There's some nice performance stuff from scriptural render pipeline land that looks pretty good. Okay, we want Strata. So we have 3 different projects and 3 different Unity versions. Cool. We have the... We could probably... there's just not a reason to. I have such an urge to update Room with a View to something newer than 2017.4. But that's the long-term support version. It'll probably be good until like the end of this year. I think it's fine, and then I don't know. Maybe one day we'll revisit it in some other way, but don't really feel like we need to update it. I just want to. While we're doing all this other work. Okay, just waiting a million years for Unity to open, for whatever reason that is. We got rid of the sprite. No reason that logo layer can also be static. Where is it? It can be static. Yeah, kind of this weird effect towards the bottom. Okay. Why isn't that centered? Did I not actually center it here? Off by 0.25. You would think you're right. I'm confused by this. Well, anyway, it's too big anyway, so whatever. 600. Perhaps. Or whatever, 400 by 7. What is it, 4.5 for 720? That's still too big. 360. Pretty sure. Probably still too big. What is wrong with my mental math for how to align this? If we offset Y by 25%, shouldn't that be the right thing? This makes it seem like it's more than it's 30%. Why would that be true? But even that looks like too much. I'm confused. Okay, well, alternatively, let's just check this actually. Shh. So if it's centered up here, I'm pretty sure I split that 50-50. It'd be really weird if I didn't. I would kind of like to revisit all that, but it's just made the choice to try to do this without adjusting the model. We should turn off auto baking. Oh. Those UVs are not split 50-50. Well, that's kind of lame. I thought they were. But I guess I didn't do that. So we just have to guess. Or go look it up in Maya, but trying to make things happen here. Okay, so for real, we gotta just not do this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. That looks pretty close. That brick to that brick, that seems about right. Still probably way too big and way too visible. 25% opacity. It's not like kind of the big hint of the logo there, but still feel like that's very large. What's the right aspect ratio here? 720 divided by 2, 640, 320. That'll work. That might be too tiny. Should have done this in a different way where it's easier to scale. I guess I still could, but it would be more UV guessing. Like scale it on the texture. It's only like 10% there, 20% there, or something. Maybe I don't actually want it at all. Just stick it in the corner instead. So alternatively, it could just live here. I was seemingly, for whatever reason, having performance problems with the canvas renderer on. Could have been a word editor thing, but my light just all vanish. Cool. Screen space camera for that camera. To brighten your day up, are you having a bad day? How's it going, Life is Yours? What do you want me to paint for you? What do you want me to badly paint for you on this wall? Sounds in? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, in this? Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. The sounds are pretty silly, especially the paint roller. I kind of want ambient sound. Man, do I want a base logo on the wall? I kind of think I do. I don't love the way it looks, but I think I want it. Okay, let's actually try this standing up, which I have not done. Woo, my head tracking stopped while I was standing and I almost fell over and died. Great. Okay, that's not where the floor is. This is gonna be a problem, like, it's, I'm gonna have to, like, double, triple check my Oculus setup in the morning. Hopefully calibrate the one that is at. Maybe I can test tonight, like do some builds for tonight, because I need to go to PNCA. Okay, so, here's the wall. Here's our dark environment. What's your request? What do you want me to draw? Hi, it's me. Hello. You don't know. A banana tank? Sure, okay. Whatever a banana tank is, let's start over. I already have yellow going, so we're in good shape. The yellow. Can't really do, I don't have any dark colors. So the top of the banana is going to be nice blue. Okay? You want like stripe on the banana? clear banana. No black in this. They're brightly colored repeat. Okay, cool. Now we want tank treads. Just long tank treads. I feel like my spray paint can sound is not spatial. I need some orange. Oh, I forgot that I did the thickness thing. I could have made the lines smaller in the blue up there. If I just don't hold it very hard, it'll be a very skinny line. Delicate touch. Good stuff. Okay, then we need cannon. Where does it stick out of? Top? Just the front end of the tank? Maybe I didn't properly think of this banana tank. Maybe stick out with this. How is it? How's the beautiful banana tank? What's this tank mean? Maybe we need life is yours. Maybe you need to be sticking out of the turret up here. Uh-oh. Why is that broken? Paint roller's broken. Why can't I paint roll? What a tragedy. Okay. For some reason I broke the paint roller. Oh man, that should spin while you paint. Oh man. We have to do that. The velocity affects the rotation of the roller so that you say, okay, we have to do that. We certainly have to do that. Well, we only give the half first. And then we'll have life is yours sticking the other half and we'll bring it in circle. You can have a little hat on. Top hat. Yeah. Okay. What else does it need? I think it's pretty good. I think we're basically done. Paint over and start again. I can't paint over. The paint roller's broken. Somehow I broke the paint roller. It's a tragedy. Okay, let's see what it looks like when it evaporates. Wow. It's like my right hand controls are not working. We need something up here like a Zeppelin coming to... That doesn't look like a Zeppelin. It's a fish now. It was gonna be a zeppelin. Now it's a skyfish. A beautiful skyfish. Okay, we're gonna. What are we gonna do? We gotta decide about the logo on the wall. Okay, wait. This is an important work of art. I gotta take a picture of this, throw it in Discord. This is important. We're doing important work here. Oh, did this do the thing where it took the full desktop in a weird way? Is all this white part of it? Oh, let's just do rectangular selection. Okay. Captured forever. Okay, what did I say we were gonna do? The new snip and sketch tool. Isn't that what I just used? Oh, that's different? Oh, snip and sketch is a new thing? Oh, this seems annoying. Okay. I guess I could have just hit print screen and pasted it or whatever. But print screen would do both desktops. That'd be weird. Okay. Excellent. That's great. Microsoft is incapable of just maintaining one thing. They just have to make a new thing, but also leave the old thing. That's just the Microsoft way, is to like stop updating a thing and just add a new thing of that on top. Yeah, but why not just add those features to the existing tool? Why have an entirely new tool? Just like they have settings on top of control panel, on top of like, I don't know. That's the worst thing about Windows in some ways. That just continual cramming things on top. So deprecate the old app and replace it with the new one. You don't have to have both. Okay, what's wrong with this? Why doesn't this work? How did I break this? Oh, they are? Microsoft is actually going to deprecate something? I don't believe it. Okay, now this is just not... Okay, there's this. So I don't know why this broke. That's unsettling. The sound of this is very silly. It's really just the spray paint sound, but with some amplitude modulation based on the velocity. And it could probably be a little lower. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We want to just is that somewhere on the right hand we already have a thing, excuse me, on the left hand, a thing to change the sound. It's here, right? Yeah, audio velocity. Who was the person who came in chat before? I don't know. I've never heard from that person. I have some suspicions on what may have happened around that, but we don't have to talk about that on stream. An important work text. Pardon me for one moment. Excuse me please. I have to respond to some work thing. Okay, it was just a question about blend shapes. What did I say we were gonna do? I said we want to make the paint roller rotate based on this, which is separate, so we should be able to, right? Like, oh no, we can't because I combined it with the hand. Oh, I feel like we have to do this though. We have to, right? It has to be done. That shouldn't mess up the UVs. Well, it means right now I can't just rotate the roller because the roller is part of the same mesh with the handle. And I don't want to retexture, but I can probably just split them apart and have arm roller handle and it'll be fine. The only reason I really grouped them together was to texture them together. But now I think I would prefer to have them separate. Okay, we gotta like put a time limit on Strata. We can only work on Strata for like 2 hours. You sent them separately, but I combined them because I textured them together. Because that's how the color changing works. It's one material. And then I can just change that one material and it will change both. But I can still split them and keep the same material on them. You think ahead of time. I don't know. Is that true? I still have some I think you did a great job on these models, but I have some feelings about the way you did the bendy arms. Okay, so it's also, I mean, in your defense, Maya didn't make it easy. I know. I thought I would, but then in general, I like yours. My only complaint, I actually really like the spray can. Maybe the only thing I would do is make it higher poly. I think the roller came out nice. It was just the arms. I did delete a bunch. You had a lot of crazy internal geometry inside your paint can. So I probably would, I mean, if I was going to spend more time in it, go in and weld all those things. I deleted all the internal geometry. You just don't want all those extra faces because then they're going to end up in the UV map. And probably technically be drawn. Maya, are you actually opening? I think you did great. What? So all we need to do is whatever this is called. Detach. To not detach. Separate. That's what we want. Okay. I hate the middle click drag in Maya. Okay, this will be handle. This will be roller. Shouldn't have to change anything material route wise. Now, we do need to be sure that our roller needs its pivot centered. Other stuff does not really matter. Okay. We didn't set up Strata, I think, for proper fancy Unity export. Whoa, cool. Whoa. Is this the banana tank? do this in VR. Okay, what are we doing? We gotta make the roller roll. That's just... Now we can? Yeah. So we want to like rotate it by a delta based on the velocity. Not great to just cram this in here, but we're gonna. I just want the transform. And then we want to do like roller transform dot position, no, dot rotate oh, thank you for telling me. Ridiculous. I was in Maya that whole time doing the wrong thing. I blew it. Okay, thank you. I did this last night and I didn't have you here to alert me. Okay, we're gonna rotate around. Is this what we want to do? Just by an angle and just add the magnitude of the movement every frame? Well, let's try it. This seems like it's not going to work very well, but hey. And then for once in my life, I'm going to remember to set... This seems like it's not going to work. Are you rotating, roller? Maybe it's working. Do you want to be a mod? I'll make you a mod right now if you want to be a mod. You're like a stream mod. Hard to tell, but I don't think it's working. Or it's just so subtle. I mean, really you want to know if it's more up or down, right? So we need to do this in a different way. You don't get the diamond and a sword if you're a mod. You don't get both. You deserve both. You deserve it. You deserve every icon. Okay, let's see. Really, just we don't want the magnitude. Actually, we just want the change in Y. Maybe that's all we want for the audio too, actually. Because our current approach does not work super great. Okay, delta Y, and then we want to maybe say that the delta Y we want to multiply times time, and then I mean, maybe we don't want to do that. I just want to do... So it probably needs to be like times 10 or something. Oops. This is a needless touch, but I want it. Maybe times 360, so that one unit is a full rotation. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, it's pretty good. It was worth doing. I think it's pretty good. Oh, I even got the rotation in the right direction. It's pretty good. That's pretty funny. That's a nice little touch. So we don't really want to show the raycast if we're not painting. Yeah, we do. We need to know where we're gonna paint. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And delta Y, let's try to just use that for the audio source, because the magnitude of the delta is just not great. Let's try it with just delta Y. Or lerping towards the delta Y. I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh no, I bumped my carefully positioned monitor. Oh no! Okay, let's try it just without the lerp. You can see the corner of the monitor? You can see the corner of both monitors perfectly. That's how we know they're aligned. Okay, we need a multiplier on that. Let's go back to this. So a 1/100th of a unit will be full volume. Okay, we just need the absolute value, and maybe we're good. Maybe we're good. The music is distracting? Oh, you're killing me. Do you want me to stop the music or just turn it down? I can't even hear the music when I'm in VR. What am I doing? I am doing what? Stop it for now. I'll stop you for now. Okay. Anything for you, life is yours. We want to... Not that absolute value of delta Y times 100. We'll lerp to it to smooth things out so it's not too jittery. Only at 10% per frame. That's actually pretty good. Can you hear it? Let me switch so you can see the camera I'm looking at. But it's pretty good. Okay, and then we want to say that if the delta is negative, we want to change the pitch a little bit. So like if, what pitch do we have currently? Feels like it could be a little lower. What the heck is that? The audio source is there, 0.75. greater than 0, then that's the main thing that's missing. This will be like 0.75 on the way up. So it can be lower on the way down. Audio source up pitch equals 0.55 maybe when it's on the way down. Paintful, yeah, but I mean, I listened to various paint roller samples, but you know, it's gotta. We want it to actually respond to your movement. Well, yeah, let me listen to it. I was listening to one on YouTube. Yeah, this one's too sizzly. Ugh, I don't like that one. Ugh, it's like sizzling fajitas. I don't like the popping sound. I want it more like this. There's a YouTube paint roller sound. Gross. Oh well, there's all these ASMR ones. Maybe you would love the ASMR ones. Yeah. Are we actually doing anything here? No, I want this is the one I like. Painted with roller, of course, sounds like this. Doesn't need to be so sticky and poppy. Oh, this is the one I like. I'll roll you on paper. Well, I'm not changing the bass sound. The bass sound is what it is. It would take a while to author, like, we'd have to do a continuously looping of this. Well, in VR, it's positional, so it's actually on the wall. And it comes from just a looping, basically, noise track that the hiss is. Well, I'm not using it. It's a... Ugh, you goober. It's not what I'm using. It's actually the same kind of noise sound that the spray paint is, because it needs to be a continuous sound. And the full effect comes from modulating the amplitude and now trying to change the pitch. And I think by doing that, it will be close to what we want. I forgot you were a sound design artist now. Now that you're a voiceover actor, forgot that you're a professional. Okay, that's way too much change. We only want like a 5% change, but lower, something in the middle. So like just a slight 5% pitch change on the way down. It is the spray can. It's literally the same sample because I edited that one to be perfectly looping. Yeah, that's what it is. It's literally the spray can. Maybe it needs to be only like a 1% change. Like barely bring it down. Slow down more? More than that? I feel like now it's getting too slow. Okay. A playback rate? No. You don't, there's no, that's a function of pitch. The pitch changes. If you play something slower, it's going to lower the pitch. I mean, if you'd have to like, there's filters that can do that, like slow something down without altering the pitch, but that's not a real-time thing. Maybe you could find some real-time thing to do it, but in Unity, really, the easy performant things to change are just the volume and the pitch. And pitch effectively changes the playback rate. But that's like a really common thing in game design, is to have one sound sample and then just change the pitch a lot. Like 2 is not enough. We want a little more difference. Oh, 4 might be too much. Does it though? Does what though? Playing a sound slower lowers the pitch? Yeah, of course. Okay, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. Stretching the sound will lower the pitch. Those are the same thing. Playing something faster is the same as raising the pitch. Playing something slower is the same as lowering the pitch. Unless you're in like audio software that can actually adjust the waveform to make it faster or slower without changing the pitch. But in general, those are the same thing. If you wanted to cut the pitch in half, you would play it twice as fast. I'm sorry. If you wanted to if you wanted to cut the pitch in half, you would play it at half speed. It's the same thing. It's this. Those are the same thing. To lower the pitch, if I had a 1 second clip and I wanted to make it 2 seconds, it would make it half as low. Maybe it's not actually linear like that with audio. In all audio, pitch is playback, essentially. I mean, like anywhere. If I opened this in Audition and played it at half speed, it would sound lower. If I played it at double speed, it would sound faster. That's just how waveforms work. Remember, a waveform is frequency, right? And by playing something, squishing or extending it, you're changing the frequency. So it's essentially the same thing. No, it's not impossible. I just don't know if there's like real-time ways to do that. I assume you probably could. But in general, it's like that would be sort of an effect that you would do in your audio editing software. Is like, oh, I want to speed this up, but also adjust the pitch at the same time, whatever. But it's what you hear is frequency. So pitch and speed are exactly the same thing, basically. And I think they probably do. I think they do correlate. I think it is linear. I think it is linear. So you can even think of that like when you play a note and then you play the octave of that note, it's the same note. It's essentially the same sound played twice as fast. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if Fruity Loops does something else to adjust it, to play it slower or faster without changing the pitch. I mean, again, that's the thing software can do. Change playback speed without changing pitch. I mean, that's a thing that is possible, but not really in online audio speed changer without changing the pitch. Yeah, I mean, it is a possible thing, but not really in Unity. I'm sure you could write something to do it. Audio time stretching and pitch scaling. Yeah, so time stretching is without changing its pitch. Pitch is the opposite of that. Yeah, the simplest way to change duration or pitch, sample rate conversion. Yeah, frequencies always sail at the same rate as pitch. So normally resampling. So resampling is what you can do in Unity. Like you just sample it at a different rate than what it was meant to be sampled. So that is the normal thing that will happen with audio. So it is doing either time stretching or pitch scaling. It's not doing resampling, which is really what the Unity pitch slider does. I believe this is the correct terminology. Right? Does that make sense? Okay, what else do we need to do? We need to decide on the logo. If the logo goes on the wall or not is the big question of our time. So how does it look in VR with the logo? We could distress it so it looked like it'd been there a long time also, certainly. It does look great. It does not look great. There's some image artifacts. Could really be smaller. Still be smaller. I mean, the compression problem. Today we learned about sound and all its complexities. I don't know. I've taken classes on it. I took a class called Cooking with Sound. But it's not, I mean, it makes total sense, right? Like if you look at, like, we want a chart that's going to show the frequencies. Like A whatever is 440, whatever, whichever A it is. That's what everything is tuned according to. Yeah, so concert, A4 concert pitch, 440, right? That means 440, is that hertz or kilohertz? Yeah, hertz. So the string in the piano is going to vibrate 440 times a second, and it makes that note. To go up one octave, which would be A5, should be 880, which is exactly the same. It's the same string. It's just vibrating twice as fast. And because it's vibrating twice as fast, you hear it twice as loud. It would be the same thing with A3 should be 220. Yep. So the tuning of a piano, and really like, I guess all tempered instruments now, this is kind of an arbitrarily made up number. It took years to arrive at this, but the tuning of the piano is all based on math associated with this. And I think it's, I don't know if it's perfect now. I think it is. I think it actually is. It is. The octave is exactly twice, and then everything else corresponds to some scale I can't remember. I don't know if it, I don't think it's linear. I can't remember exactly what the formula is. But yeah, it's if a thing is faster, it's higher, and if a thing is slower, it's lower. And that's the very easy way to deal with audio. Because when you think about all that's doing is that string's vibrating air, and the vibrations in the air are vibrating a bone in your head. And all your head knows how to register is how fast or slowly that bone is vibrating. And of course, you can have a ton of frequencies happening simultaneously, but that's the general gist of it, I think. I hope I explained that correctly, but that's the general idea. Yeah, just doubles every time. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to make it smaller? Do we want to make it fainter? Do we want to get rid of it? Do we want to make it... We could probably also just not crunch it so much would also be a thing that would help. Like, maybe if we just did high quality. It's also pretty big on the screen. Still looks a little chunky in certain spots and in ways that I don't quite understand, unless that's in the base texture. It is somehow in. Is it because it's the simple width? Ooh, oh, that was weird. Okay. Is the normal map wrong? Oh, the normal map is wrong. Oh, right. Of course. I can't just have arbitrary numbers. Oh. I can't just have arbitrary numbers here because the normal map uses that same tiling. Well, that's a problem. What are we into? Like an hour here? That is an unfortunate issue, which is potentially solvable by like guessing and just saving it 100 times. I mean, I could bring in the wall texture, I guess, because environment wall is here. I guess we can drop that in. Is that the actual wall? No, that's the walk. The walk. The wall is like almost nothing except it's in the normals. That's why, because I laid out the sides of the walls. That's why it's not a perfect 50-50 split. I should have done these UVs differently. This is my own fault. So, what's the easiest way to get around this problem? The walls normals, the walls AO would be 50-50 there. I don't know why there's not AO at the... That's the walk. The walls appear like they're maybe perfectly stacked. So, have you been making more Fruity Loops music? Where's my Fruity Loops jams? Life is yours. Where's my jams? Okay, so this... What's the right shortcut? That's the right shortcut. Ugh. This is gonna be lame to figure out. So it's like... Maybe I made the wall 16:9 and not 1/2. That would actually be cool. Maybe that's my problem. Divided by 16 times 9. Well, can't do that with pixel in there. 1024. I'm getting a phone call from Scam Likely. I think I'm not going to answer it. Oh, wait, don't do that. Do this. 1024 divided by 16 is 64 times 9. Maybe this is, okay, if this works out, then we're in good shape. That seems even more wrong somehow. That can't be right. Maybe we made it 1610. Oops. Could be 1610. I mean, that doesn't seem right. It seems like it's got to be way smaller. It's not divided by 2. I don't know, man. How did I decide the size of the wall? It's like halfway up this brick. Right? Like this is not, it's not really here. This is gonna look insane, but that's okay. So there is more below it. Maybe it is. Maybe. You ate your Fruity Loops on your toast? Music now? Okay, yeah, thanks. I need to just give you control of that. Yeah, I get like it feels weird when it's too quiet. No, that was the wrong way. That was the wrong way. It's not this way. This is the wrong way. Right? Because it needs to be higher. Like it's more like up here. So it's minus whatever this height is, which who knows what that height is. Man. Normally I do things, for this reason, I tend to stick with like very specific numbers when I work. Like 16 by 9 or powers of 2 or golden ratio, which is approximately 16:9. Or 16:10 really. This is going to be a better approximation. Music volume, 1 million. Crank it. Have bot made this do it? Probably figure that out. Better. That aligns it with these, but it's still cropped there. Really should be, actually, maybe we can just go by that. Is there some set of lines that would be ideal? It's not, because that really is like half a brick. Dumb. So it's like another half a brick from wherever I am. It's like half a brick here, like this. 460 somehow, which is a number that doesn't really make sense in any context. I don't know why I'm hung up on this. I just like things to be aligned. I can't help it. I mean, maybe I could help it, but I don't really want to. I like things to be aligned. That happens when you go to design school. So this ends up being 1, 2, 3 and a half. 1, 2, 3 and a half. I think that's pretty close. Okay, silly process, but and a somewhat magical number that is probably related to some numerical decision I made at some point. Is that not horizontal? It is. Okay. So that guy can live there. And now does it look okay? Yeah. Subtle. Paint on top of it. And you look underneath, you see the thing. Is it just way too big? I think it looks okay. I think it's okay. We could do it like a grunge map. And do, grunge it up, you know? So much stuff here now. This place is so fancy. I just want textures. I just want grunge. Yeah, we just want like some big distressy kind of painted old grunge. I can imagine something like that. Or this, or this. That's not bad. Or this. Some old crackly paint would be better. Maybe this. This one. Maybe that one. think I like there being some crackles though. I just want kind of like old paint, actually. I'd like a... I want to paint patterns. Maybe crackles is what we want. Yeah, maybe something like this. Ooh. It's not really crackled though, only. Let's try this one. Get this logo stuff done and then we need to move on. I think. Two credits. My precious credits. I don't know if it's gonna quite give us what we want, but we shall see. Why is Photoshop doing this stupid welcome screen that I'm almost certain I told it not to do anymore? Don't do it. Don't show any kind of welcome screen. I don't like it. Like, what if I was working on some secret NDA'd thing and then I just open up Photoshop and it shows what I was working on? Not cool. Where's like this stupid start screen stuff? Disable the home screen. Yet, here we are. Disable the home screen. Isn't this the home screen? Cool. Thanks, Photoshop. One day I'm going to accidentally show something I'm not supposed to show. It's just going to happen because of this garbage. Like stupid stuff like this where I've explicitly said do not show the home screen and then we show it. Cool. Cool. Super cool. Okay, what are we doing? We want the logo we just made. This logo. And then we want our grunge that we just downloaded. And what I guess I'll do is just grab this and stick it in a mask. That's not where I put you. Nope. So just to give some grunginess to it, maybe? It's not gonna have any bump to the grunge, but I think this might help a little. Let's see if we like this. Just to give it a little something so it's not quite so stark. It's tremendously subtle. Maybe too subtle. Tremendously subtle is a weird phrase. I didn't really get the noise. More contrast on it, I guess. Okay, let's do it a different way. This mask strategy is a bad strategy. Now the curve's gonna modify the... We don't want any hue here. Wrong thing. That might be too grubby. Oh, I saved it with the background. Don't do that. I perhaps went too far. So that just grubbed it up, though. I want to grub up the thing. Kind of a weird one. Like, I want the... Can I do this? And use the whole group? No. I want to use the whole group as a mask. I guess I could do this. That'll do the thing. Like, I don't want to actually apply any color here. I want to just mask this. Am I thinking not right here? Do I need to go the other way? No. Oh, do I still have partial opacity from something else I already did? Right, okay. That's our problem. We gotta start over. Should have done this in a more sane way. This group is not doing anything for us. I feel like I'm not thinking through this correctly. But I don't want that. I want it to be like an alpha mask. Can I do that in Photoshop? I want like a procedural, I want a mask that I can edit. Maybe Photoshop is not the right tool. Like, I guess I just have to take this, put it in a mask layer. I thought this was a thing that I could do, but maybe not. Okay, I think that's what I was after. I think I'm forgetting some other way to do the thing that I want, but... Okay, so... Oh, it just doesn't have lighting. That's probably why it looks so stark and silly. Because it's static. Maybe. Okay. So that is too clear. Let's try this. Should blur it a little bit. Get rid of the hard edges probably. Okay, that's a little more like something. I feel like it could be even less visible. Yeah, that's probably what we do. I think we just gotta move on. So that's gonna be 16. Okay, and then the thing we want to do probably is to do save this as the sprite version of it, because I think we want to stick that in the corner. Maybe I still want to do that. I don't know. Undecided. We have this little sprite friend down here. Why everything looks so aliasy. That doesn't look nicely sampled. What about my... A little sprite down there. Just have a little dude in the corner. I just made this logo in the corner. I feel like it's missing something. Like it's just not quite right. Like I kind of like it, but I feel like it needs like one other little dude. We're getting hung up on stuff. We gotta move on. Like I kind of want. Wrong program. That's confusing. What happened here? Oh. And there's like a secondary line that we cut out. Like 8 pixels. Let's give it a little more something. Stroke on the inside. And then expand it. Cut a hole in this. Oh! A little bit better. A little more interest. Why is that so pixelated? I mean, I would prefer it to be screen space overlay. But I don't care if it's visible in VR. That's fine with me. But why does it look so bad? Have any weird scales on anything? I mean, it's just a canvas with an image. Didn't really improve anything. Is it just that the resampling's dumb because it's so... because we're rendering it a tiny size and it's 1024 and we should... it doesn't need to be so big? Like the sampling's bad? That's better. Okay. I think that line could be a little thicker. Right? $12-pixel line? Perfect. Did that not expand? Did I hit the wrong button? Appearance. Nope. Falling apart here, everybody. Okay, this. One of these. Save this. I didn't say the size correctly. No, not 12, 120. Okay, that's okay. Now I want the line on this one. Okay, so let's go back over here. This is very silly. How big are you? 480. Okay, we gotta do this and then we gotta like run through it and then move on. Okay. Do this. Save this. As this. Go to here. Replace this. Is there a way to do that? To say like, hey, update my smart object? I don't want to update my smart object. I want to replace my smart object. I can't do it just by right clicking. Smart objects. Update. Relink to file. There's my head. Okay, now we got the thing. Now we save this. That is this one. Good grief. Okay, now everything's better in the world. Everything's better in the whole world. Except this one should say like by Scott Garner underneath. Inside the logo, under the logo. Where do we want to put that? On the edge. In there would be like a more old school kind of thing, but it's, the fit is not great. Just shrink it in there. Could do. Underneath just doesn't feel great. And if we go look at like oval logos, sometimes you have like a subtext kind of thing. Or fancy things in here. This is really what we should probably do, some fancy thing. I can't get caught up on branding on this though. We gotta move. But I could maybe see that working. So if just this, these different pieces now. If we reasonably do this, just get this path. I really should have kept all of these as separate elements that I then could slice and dice and adjust more easily. And let's just, as an experiment, by Scott Garner. That doesn't sound good. Scott made this would be better probably. What, 64? 48? I mean, at a certain point it's just not going to be legible. $42, and that's my final offer. It's just gonna be so tiny, but maybe that's okay. How do you, yeah, that thing. This thing is gonna work. There's more work we can do on this, but I think we just gotta go. 128. Let's do 256, and then have like. Oh, the scaling is so bad. Blips and Clips, how's it going? Welcome back. I'm doing okay. How are you? Oh, the Scott made this is so tiny. It's so tiny. But when it's full screen, it'll probably be fine. I think it's fine. Trying to finish up Strata. And then some final polish on Room with a View. And then getting back to work on Hello Sunshine, which I had that breakthrough last night. I feel pretty good about it. I thought more about it last night after the stream. I think I know what I want to do. But, you know, time is short. We gotta make things happen here. Okay. Anything else that we want to happen with Strata? This could easily be big in the corner if we want. Like when it's full screen. Always seems silly right now because we are, but if this was like 1080p, yeah, it'll just be down in the corner like that. That's probably okay. I'm okay with that. Drone Racing League. Are you a drone racer? Are you a drone? You part-time drone? Okay, let's get maximized. I'm gonna paint a picture of you racing drones. Let's do it. Let's paint a picture of you. Make it to ESPN Drone Racing. Okay, I'm gonna paint a picture of you at the ESPN Drone Racing League. gonna be a masterpiece, obviously, because this is an incredibly robust painting tool. But now, the paint roller rolls when you move. Pretty cool. I should make it where you can shake this and hear the rattle, but we gotta move on. We got other work to do. Okay, so yeah, first we need you. You're obviously the stream color. One arm down. We got one arm just directing your drum. You need a nice blue hat. Okay, that's you. Good. I'll give you a cool orange belt. Where? Nice orange shoes, maybe? You see this? Is this working? Yeah, okay, that's you. You look a little like a Ninja Turtle. I didn't know you were actually a Ninja Turtle, but it turns out you are. Okay, that's you. Here's your watch. Your next watch on. Great. Now your drone is up here. I don't know what your drum looks like. It probably looks like this. Probably has like an antenna, like an alien. Probably a nice blue color. That's definitely what a drone looks like, for sure. It also has little eyes, and it also has little shoes. Your drone has nice shoes. Great. Looking good. Okay. What else do drones have? Then we need like the enemy drones, and they all look stupid. The enemy drones all suck. They don't have any shoes at all. Your drone is a yellow outline. What is it about this thing that makes me want to draw off my mouthpiece? You also need a blue outline. You look so much like a Ninja Turtle. I never noticed that about you until today. Great. You also have on a necktie. If you want to look good, because you're on the ESPN. Great. Okay. Some more enemy drones. And your drone is shooting them. Here's an enemy drone that just blew up. Great. And Life is Yours is also there, and he is purple, as we all know. He's out here cheering you on. He also has a hat, his top hat. Very good. Very good. This is on ESPN. That's the ESPN logo. Perfectly reproduced. It's really hard to paint up in the corners. Okay. You also are holding a Pokeball, because that's actually where drones come from. Not a lot of people know that, but drones live in Pokeballs. Great. Can I write small? Blips. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I think this is going okay. I think there's also like the sun is out and it's a beautiful day. There's some flowers growing. Okay. Pretty good. And now we can do the thing where we extrude everything. Yeah. I'm so excited about the paint roller rolling. That's now officially the best part of this whole thing. Other aspects are okay, but that's clearly the best part. Okay, this thing feels pretty good. It's very silly. Wait, where'd your Ninja Turtle skin go? Did I make it to 32 layers? Did I hit 32 layers? Oh, Blips, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so right now I think I have it capped at 32 layers, but I didn't think I hit 32 layers. Well, maybe I did. That was kind of an arbitrary cap. Okay, that means it works. So we want it to recycle after 32 layers, so that's actually correct that it would do that. But I think we can get away with like, I think we can get away with maybe like 128 layers before it explodes, or 64. There's a certain point where that's just too many textures. I do have an Insta. I haven't been posting there very much, but it is Scott made this. I think it's linked in the bottom of the Discord. Maybe. I mean, the bottom of Twitch, in my little Twitch area. You know. Instagram.com, Scott made this. I think that's my name. I can hear my fan kicking on because 32 layers is a bit like something. Thank you for the Instagram follow, Blips. Appreciate it. Just got a mysterious message. Mysterious message. Okay. So 32 layers. Awesome. I will try to keep it up. The problem. Oh, I have shadows off even. So that's 82 set pascals. Why do we have 20 set pascals before we even get to the frickin' thing? Well, we use 2 materials per hand. Am I doing the single pass instanced? I am. That's unfortunate. That's like... It's not a horrible amount, but it's higher than I would like it to be. And I kind of forgot I had shadows off. I kind of want shadows on. Which is going to also affect performance. I need a way that I can like tweak that easily, the max number, because it's going to be... I don't want to be rebuilding this. I have to do a little more optimizing. Okay, awesome. Have a great day, Blips, if I don't see you sooner. So, performance. Set pascals. Man, just playing with nothing. We're at 20, which seems really high. But, at the same time... Well, no, that probably makes sense. Because I'm also rendering this other camera, right? Like, were I not rendering this other camera, that would go down to 10. Yeah, so half, right, of course. Yeah, that's part of the issue, certainly. But I thought I had done work where I had this going without additional set pass calls. I mean, my batching is good. Do I have shadows on or not? That's that's a real question here. So if I don't have shadows on, it's way more performant. And I don't know that the shadows really give us much. The shadows were cool. When they were more opaque. Okay, we gotta compare and contrast here. In this particular mode, with this kind of extrusion, I don't think we do the shadows. Especially with the double camera setup. And then I think if we do that, we can go nuts with our paint layers. Like pretty nuts. 64, 128. Let's just do 64. That'll be twice what we just had, which is enough for people to play and continue, and I think it'll be okay. That'll give us better performance. Do we have any other like really pressing to-dos on Strata? If not, I think we move on. I'll call the branding done. Also, these are supposed to be double squiggles. I forgot. Why must they be double squiggles? Well, because. So if we ever decide to look at it in Markdown, we can see a bunch of lines through it. Okay. I do not, off the top of my head, have any other open tasks for Strata. I mean, it'd be kind of maybe, should we just stick the Scott made this in there while we're at it? It'll only take a minute. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And then we should recreate this logo in some way that's not so goofy at some point in time that isn't today. How big are you? 480. Do this. And this. And this. And this. And this. Nope. And this. And this. And this. And this. And this piece cake. Okay, we should actually probably save some files. That would probably be a good idea. Okay. Sure. And similarly, that's the wrong place though. We need this path. Oops. Strata design. This will just be logo wall. And this will just be logo. Okay. I'm done with you. now? Okay, let's make sure that looks okay. It's pretty blurry. We could save it as a 4K texture if we want. But I think I'm gonna call it okay for now. Am I? Am I gonna call it No, I'm not gonna call it okay. We said 2 hours on this, we still have 10 minutes. I got these weird edges. UV problems. Logo wall. Just make it a 2K texture. That's this one. Cool. This should now be sharper, but lose our grunge. But let's see if the sharpness feels better. Yeah, that's better. I don't really need the grunge. Go back to Photoshop. I don't know why I just said that with a vaguely British accent. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Or why I would do that, or who knows. Hit logo grunge. So we should kind of just redo this. Because it's going to be the wrong size and that's weird. Logo. Oh, it's logo wall, so I stop getting confused. Log wall. You know, log wall. Logo wall. No, don't. No. You. Didn't I not just do a thing? Oh, I was gonna drag it in. Of course. Of course I was. Okay, there's that thing. What's the button? This? Save this as logo wall. Go back here. Watch grunge happen. Hit play. Try it again. Yeah, it's better. It's not tremendous, but it's better. Okay. That warm wall, now our paint is pretty weird. I mean, I do have some other paint. I could change the color of the base wall, actually. We have a lot of buttons, we're not really doing anything though. What are we doing with all these buttons? Nothing. We don't need them. Maybe they also just do the trigger thing, but not important. Not important. Okay. I think we're done with Strata for now. Cool. 2 hours in? Yeah, that was pretty good progress for 2 hours. I got lots of nice little touches in, I think. Don't know why source tree hangs when I put in my SSH key. I don't know. Okay, so let's fake the lighting again. Okay, save all that stuff. I close source tree? That would be silly. Oh, there it is. Okay. I guess we'll just throw that stuff in. Okay. Okay, let me check. Slack over here. Make sure there's nothing, no crises. Okay, so I feel pretty good about this. Like Strata was in a play. It's diverged from the vision I like of it in some ways. Like the thing I like about it, and it's just not a good experience in VR, is the first versions, like the first things we were doing last year. I got a photo of it somewhere. This thing where you could like extrude stuff and have the nice hard shadows. I think that's cool. It's just not a great experience in VR because you're just like standing there in the middle of all these things and you can't see them very well because they're sort of planar. So I don't know. I still maybe want to get some shots like this. Yeah, we're gonna like revisit next week, maybe just do a documentation stream where we try to like get it together to capture some nice stuff. But I think as far as a thing that's fun to interact with, we're in reasonably good shape. Having second thoughts about the beige on the wall though. Kind of go back to the cooler wall. But let's move on for now. Okay, so we're 2 hours in, which means Backblaze is going to try to torment us in mere moments. unless I tell it to shut up. What's going on in the world? Anything important? Oof. Okay, I can pick up my light stands that I need. New titles in the humble trove. Am I done pushing? Yes, okay. Okay, nobody's trying to reach me in any crucial ways, so let's think about what's next. So, excuse me. We can go back to room with a view for a minute and just add the controller support. I think that's next. So the thing I'm a little torn on is the first version of Room with a View. I had it where you could reach up and grab and pull down. We don't have any hand models. We don't have anything. It would take a little work to do that. Not a ton of work, but if we wanted to reach up and grab and pull down, it would take a little work. Alternatively, we can just have it where you pull the trigger, and when the trigger's down, you're good. Try to make all three of these kind of trigger oriented. But basically we just want to say if the trigger's down. Now, doing that in stupid Unity 2017 with the stupid input of Unity 2017. Maybe we'll get right trigger. I mean, those are weirdly just on. Left trigger, right trigger, map to mouse movement. Ugh. Well, those don't seem good at all. Ah, but maybe we can do this. The 12th axis. Let's see. So the right hand primary trigger. Well, this says it's the 10th. This puts. I think we want the 10th axis. What a weird thing. Comes in as mouse movement. And these come in as mouse movement weirdly. These all suck. I don't want any of this. I don't think any of those are doing us any favors. Okay, so we would have to add I hate this system. It's so bad. Because the new XR common stuff is not going to be here in 2017, so we would do it with let's do this. Let's just steal the inputs from hello, which hopefully will work. I gotta get set up in a way that makes more sense. Problem is, I do this with shortcuts on Mac OS, and then that doesn't come over reasonably to Windows. Okay, and then in here we want what? Not assets. We want project settings, input manager. This might be totally broken because we're going to be several versions off, but no big deal. We can just reset if we have a problem. Okie dokie. So go in here, project settings, overwrite this input manager, and then now we get all the dumb stuff. All the terrible nonsense. Primary index trigger, access 9. Secondary index trigger, access 10. So this is what we want to watch. Oof. Okay, so that's just going to be in the view master. All this same spacebar logic. This. Pull trigger down equals input.get access stupid name greater than 0.25. So we'll say if it's you squeeze it more than 25%, we will call that a down. We can't quite do it like this. Because we're starting coroutine, so it's not just, we need the actual frame it comes down on. So we'll get a value. Whoops. Oops. Private bool. Trigger down. Trigger up equals false. And we kind of need to just check that every time. The last value of the trigger is this, and then in the middle, what's your problem? Oh. I mean, we could have declared those upstairs, I guess. Can I do this? Is this not the right? Oh, you're bull. Haha. Okay, so now we want to say if the We have this logic in hello, or some version of it, right? Or what did we do it? No, it's in Strata. We get the values differently, but the logic's the same. In the paint manager. No, it's in the XR brush. Right? This is our thing. This, essentially this. So if it's greater than 0.1, or less than, yeah. So this is trigger up. Will be true. And this will be trigger down equals true. And if get key down space or trigger down, trigger down, up. That kind of looks like a thing that would work. Sort of. We have XR turned on. We do indeed. So that should be this trigger. We're breaking everything. Oh. Oh, 2018 long-term support is out. I don't think I realized that. Okay, anyway, we're over here. This is not working. It's not working. Why doesn't it work? It worked. Definitely some frame drops. Let me switch scenes. Look at that beautiful lens flare. You even see what I'm seeing? Yeah, you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, cool. Oof. This one's especially bad because of the terrain. Which we have way more terrain than we need. This is my first time really experimenting with Unity terrain. Look at that ridiculous hill right there. Like, none of that stuff back there really needs to be trained. Mountainous card. Look at the gentle breeze in the trees, though. I thought I fixed the thing with the flares appearing on the wrong layer. Or not, like, from the shade block the flares. Doesn't really need terrain. Can't even see most of the terrain in this one. This one I like the terrain. And this one, for whatever reason, the terrain doesn't seem too heavy. I don't know why the other ones are so much more intense. That planet down there looks like a cantaloupe. That seems to work. Let's try. I'm gonna stand up and actually try this thing. Yeah, so there's the handle. You used to be able to grab the handle, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for tomorrow. Oh, a beautiful room. Wait, that should have reset it by taking the headset off, putting it on should reset. The light should change from the outside. Yeah. God rays. I like this. Reflection probes are broken. I completely lose reflection. I thought I had it set up. Those probes must just not be big. Okay. Okay. Well, the little room works well. Another thing I'm thinking about is I'm going to get my Oculus Quest soon, and I'd like to try to port some of these to Quest. But these are just heavier. I didn't make any of these assets with that in mind, so it's just probably too heavy. But okay. Is it noon already? Good heavens. I'm gonna broadly say this one's done. My hope is, and I believe this is true, at least this was the case in the past, that by exporting that those hitches that we saw in scene load were only because of because we're in the editor. But I kind of want to go through and bake the lighting everywhere and see if those reflection probes work. Which I'm sure the stream, OBS is going to love it. CPU is going to love it, but we're going to do it. So, where am I? Okay, this will take a minute. Oh, we don't want to do enlighten. Wait, that was suspiciously fast. Oh, because progressive barely existed here. I'm gonna have to do enlighten. You seem so quick. I don't really know why. But that's fine. I mean, the reflection probe is what... Do I not have probes in here? I got light probes and not reflection probes. Like, we'd kind of want the... Well, I didn't build it for that, I guess. Like, as new stuff came in, right now all the metal in the room goes black, essentially. Why are these so fast? Is this stuff not marked static or something? Like, where's their text? I guess in some cases the text isn't static because it's moving around, so that would make sense. But like, if I did do this as static, am I going to be dramatically different? Wait, does this one have a reflection probe? This one has a reflection probe. And I looked away. Did this look different? A little bit. None of the light change. Oh, it does. It gets brighter. Well, the light in the scene doesn't really. Only that internal lighting does. Like, the directional light could really be baked, I think. I don't want to get too crazy about it though. I think we're in a pretty good place. So, I mean, I just don't want to open up a can of worms when we're trying to wrap up. So, back to you. We're happy? Seemed snappy. Okay, cool. So all we really did is bake some light maps. These are lies. We don't really need this in our repository. This is all lighting. Okay, sure. .asset files are tracked. Is that gonna be weird? .exr files should be tracked if they're not. Already been tracked. Okay. So let's get all lighting. This is what all this stuff is. I don't know about this. Tracking lighting data and get sometimes doesn't work at all. But let's try it. Our scene updates. Oh, we got updates on all of our. Oh, because it now wants to stick all of these and get LFS. That doesn't actually seem great. I don't think I want to do that. Shoot. Like lighting asset. That's one problem with Unity calling everything .asset. I mean, in general, it's fine because these are basically binary files that I would not. I don't know. Let's try it. These seem... I don't know if I really want to track those or not, but they're not hurting anything. Okay. So that means room with the view is now in some kind of shape. Uh-oh, I'm uploading and killing the stream. Sorry. Sorry. Hopefully it just takes a second. Sorry. I need to make a technical difficulties thing. Oh, these aren't huge. Oh man, they are kind of huge. It's only 13 meg. Oh no, we're only 5% of. Okay, I'm not gonna push this right now. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Hopefully the stream comes back. Yeah. My uplink is not the best, so probably just destroyed the stream for a while. Apologize. Okay, sound stream is oof. Okay, so what did I do here? Yeah, this is like only show the pulsar when running. Okay, that should be a quick push. Hopefully it does not kill the stream. I hope. Yeah, good. Okay, I am going to take a very short break. So maybe I will push this and just put on, go to Splash, push all this stuff, take a very short break, and I'll be back in a few minutes and then we'll look at Hello. Hello, it's me, Scott. I'm back. Hi. Where's Draclin today? I'm worried. Draclin's not. He doesn't even appear to be playing EverQuest. Who knows what's going on? Something dangerous. Okay, so that finished. So Room with the View and Strata are pretty much ready to show, which feels pretty good. I don't know why I can't close Unity. There we go. Hello, Sunshine. We have so many things open. Okay, so what now? Now, this beautiful grainy picture. Now we want to think about hello. I probably should stick a little bug in the corner for Room with the View like we did with Strata, but let's not worry about it for now. Okay, so Unity Hub. Hello, Sunshine. Probably need a little branding for this. Okay, so here's the problem with Hello, Sunshine. The babies and the quasar don't integrate well at all. Like just interaction wise, they're kind of separate things and they're clashing interaction wise. Visual appearance wise, I don't think we're going to change very much. Audio is our big problem. Like just the general character of the sound doesn't really feel right for like Happy Little Sunshine dude in general. Hello, Sunshine. I don't know. I don't know how I want to brand this. What's the shortcut on Windows to make this text bigger? That's to track it out. Who knows? Nope. I'm gonna keep pushing buttons till this text gets bigger. I don't know what the shortcut is, obviously. When skies are blue? I think it's when skies are gray. When skies are blue, you should already be happy. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yeah, when the sky is gray, you make me happy. Like, even when the skies are gray, I don't need real sunshine because you're my sunshine. Control, Shift. Is that not what I just did? Oh, I must have hit every possible key except for that. When the sky is gray, the sunshine is you. The life is yours. You make me happy when skies are gray because you are my sunshine. There's also the song I really like about that is when April showers, they come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May. So when it's raining, oh don't you fret, because it isn't raining rain, you know it's raining violets. And when there's dark clouds over the hill, soon there will be crowds of daffodils. I don't remember the rest. I kind of remember the rest. I can't exactly remember what it goes. Hello, sunshine. Why are you not full justifying? What? I want to align center, but I want full justification. Why aren't you doing this? Am I just like already perfectly aligned? Doesn't look like I am. I could be a performer. Once upon a time, that's the kind of thing I did. Not anymore. They used to be like my main focus in life in some ways. And then I decided that I got kind of fed up when I lived in Hollywood for a while and I was in a play and I was around all these people that just lived for attention. And I was kind of like, you know what? Maybe I don't want this. Maybe I want to not be someone who lives for attention. Maybe I want to make things and have people like the things that I make. I thought this would like auto track out the characters. I guess it doesn't. I guess it would only space the words. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. That's a solvable problem. Really struggling with these shortcuts. Is it the line height that I want to change? I don't know if I really like this, but it's something. Streaming, well, streaming is, I feel a little different about, because it's about, like, I do like the process of working and I care about the process of making things and I think it's interesting, and so that's a little different. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure from a certain perspective that seems hypocritical, but it's not like I'm just on here doing a song and dance. Like, I'm trying to actually make things. Hello, sunshine. I don't know. I don't know if we'll stick with that. I don't know if that really fits very well. Maybe I'll do a singing stream one day. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, life is yours. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime. Hello, my Norwegian boy. Wasn't here. That song is cool. I've probably talked about why I think that song is cool before. That it's from the turn of the previous century. It's from like 1899. And it's singing about this newfangled crazy invention, the telephone. I just think it's funny that it's like singing about a new device. It's like talking about texting now. My ragtime guy. Yep, you're my ragtime guy. That's what I always say about you. I say, you know, life is yours. He's a real ragtime guy. That's what they sang in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you go to the theater in Saint Denis, one of the songs the performer will sing is Hello. I think it's just called Hello. I don't actually remember. Hello, Hello. Hello. Do we not have a spectator camera for this one? Maybe we don't want a spectator camera for this. Maybe this one we do just want to look around. Undecided. Okay, so how's your day? What are you working on today? When it comes on PC? Man, that game I have... Wait, it's not out on PC? I thought it was already out on PC. Guess not. In my mind it already was, but I have nothing to back that up. Hello, sunshine. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for some sick beats. Finally. Are you gonna send me a takedown order? Are you gonna do a copyright claim if I play this? Ah. So calming. Wait a second. Wait 1 second. Bjorn from Game Dev Company? Life is yours. Bjorn from Game Dev Company is also purple? You're gonna let him get away with that? Outrageous. Outrageous. That sounded nice. I can't believe you're gonna let someone steal your style like that. That's pretty shocking. That sounded lovely. Wait, what were you doing? Were you doing something inappropriate? I don't know about this. Okay, so this canvas, the plane distance should just be like super close. And then this guy, we just want to like squish in the corner. And that's really too big. Wait, what did I just have it? 256? I feel like 128.64 is too small. However, we will... That's going to stay with whatever the screen size is, and it's scaled now. No, it should be bigger than 256, yeah. Because if this was actually 1080p, it would look like that. Yeah. Okay, so... There's really no reason to be in Power of Two land here, other than just, I always want to be in Power of Two land. Okay. Sure, that's cute. Oh, well, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, you told me about the background of that before. Well, I hope you're doing okay. I hope your family's okay. Okay, so here's the new thing. Here's the new jam. Last night we came up with the idea of having the quasar and it plays the sounds and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It just doesn't integrate well with the babies right now. And the general like tone of it is really sort of dark in a way that doesn't seem appropriate. So what I was kind of thinking of is to get rid of all of these separate synths, even though I kind of like them. It's just a little too wild, and just to simplify things a little bit. So rather than like these 4 arpeggiators for the 4 different babies, like I don't think we want to do that. What I think we want to do is, he's red in the chat, but his face is clearly purple. Like I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think he's like even a little more purple than you are. A little bit. I mean, that's very purple. Very violet. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, sure. That's not a bad viewpoint, but you know, I'm sure people around you are having difficulties, and it can be good to, regardless of how you're handling it, try to make sure everybody else is doing okay. Okay, so yeah, the thing is now, wait, I set that on purpose because we were going to play with this. So the quasar synth is this like dramatic sort of thing now. Let's break out Helm. So I think it needs to be a little cute. Like cartoony and charming with the Boards of Canada stuff, which is the sound I have now, which I love, but it just isn't quite right. Yeah, tell him. I haven't talked to him forever. It seems like he didn't stream for a long time, and then he just picked up in the last week or so, and I haven't caught one of the streams. Okay, we didn't really look at the leads yesterday, but I'm guessing they're going to be pretty intense. Wait, that's an ARP. Are there no leads? Okay, they're there. Weird. Do I have any? No. Leads. These are all going to be harsh. We want to be in key land. Let's see to... Okay, look at... Okay, life is yours. Look at these waveforms. Watch. Check it out. If you play C2, the waveform looks like this. And it's this pitch. One octave higher is twice as high, and it's just the waveform happens twice. Well, it's not perfect because it has weird synthy modulation on it. We'd need like a pure sine wave to see it, but you get the idea. So that's just like a totally pure... I feel like we liked. Just needs to be kind of cute. This is a good example. A contrabass, that in bass, but I want something I think I want something in the key land. I mean, maybe piano. Kind of like Nature's Best, but... So I think Celesta, let's try that. I mean, we could also make our own patches, but time's just short. Okay, so the way the quasar works now is by pushing two hands, squeezing two hands together. Whoa! I still like kind of having that audio bed underneath. So if I do this, separate camera? I don't. Did we just lose the canvas? Are there other shapes? Not for the quasar. The quasar is just... But I guess there could be. But the problem is how to integrate the babies. Which I'm having some problems. Maybe I have too many channels now. Sometimes. So I kind of want to do something where, like, when you release, it explodes into a baby, if that makes sense. So like, you'll be doing your thing and then you let go, and then whenever you let go, it'll go away, and whatever note you just played, it'll spawn a baby that plays that note. So it'll be sort of like, and then bum, and then like play the octave when it hits or something. Or different fingers could do different things, like just holding down one trigger could do the quasar. Holding down another trigger could shoot a baby or prep a baby. I don't know why my babies aren't making sound sometimes. Could maybe imagine that when you make a little song, when you let it go, it just starts to play that song that you just made. So that's the question here. Yeah, the arpeggio. Well, I mean, that's how we started. Like the arpeggio is what was there previously, and that's what I was saying before. Is that the character of the sounds do not play together nicely now. Like when it was just shooting babies and you were just making noise and it wasn't musical, it was fun to have just the arpeggiators. But now it's a little weird. So I feel like I broke something though. So the thing I just need to decide is like, are these separate things or is there essentially one mode? And the one thing you're doing is playing with the quasar, and then maybe you let go of the quasar and the babies fly off. And what they do is kind of based on what they do is based on what you've just played, whether it's the last note or whether they like replay what you play, or I mean, it might be worthwhile to just drastically reduce the complexity here and just have really one synth that we like. Or like a synth for the quasar and then a synth that the babies play. But not this. It's too much right now. Like we could have all the babies just play on the quasar. Excuse me, play on the quasar synth. I don't know why we're losing audio though. So we could make the babies a host from living in a wheelchair. Excuse me. Thank you, Tall Tech, wherever you are. Could play what's the short path here? Could grab all these and for now just say play on the, I can't edit multi? That's kind of lame. Play everything on quasar just to see how I feel about it. I think that's number 5. Maybe it's 6. It's 6. So quasar and 6 and quasar and 6, quasar and 6. It's going to interrupt each other, I wonder. I don't quite understand how Helm handles that. Is there a max number of voices I'm hitting? that incredibly loud and annoying? How bad is it? Okay, so... Well... So I could imagine this. I could imagine consistent with volume and stuff. Like, I don't really understand. What is cutting them off? Do I have to do something else to make it polyphonic? Is that my problem? Or are these just not? Maybe that's true. Unless there were different channels sending to it. Hmm. Four voices. 32 voices? I'm gonna make my computer explode. They're getting truncated sometimes. Why is the volume of this changing? so. Okay, I'm just brainstorming while I do this. I kind of like the idea of it. So, kind of my current train of thought is to try to combine the like what the baby is and what the quasar is, and that you would essentially they'd be the same thing. So you'd hold both buttons, you'd get your little dude, you'd scale your make little song, but when you let go of it, it would fly away and it would play the last whatever 16 notes of what you had played, and then you could start a new one and play with the one that was flying away, but maybe when it flies away it changes octave or something. Like, I think a way to play with something. Or some other thing. I don't remember how we do the flying, like how we decide that. Somewhere in the baby. So we have the spline controller play, and we just said to go at a speed. I don't really know what that means. Does that mean it always takes 5 seconds or something? Wait, what did it say? It was going to tell me something. Speed is what? Wait, what is speed? You were going to tell me. Tooltip, come back. Hey, tooltip. Come on, Unity. Why do I not get a tooltip? Speed is what? Am I insane? I feel like it was about to tell me a tooltip, and then it just disappeared while I was looking at it. Okay, cool. Now the tooltip's back. So not for speed? For some things, but not other things? Feels like a tooltip bug. because I'd want it to hit at the end to play its final note. Oh, excuse me. Absolute and relative distances. The TF, what is the TF? The documentation says something is the TF, but I don't know what that means. What the heck, everybody? So, because what I would want is to like have it take a very specific amount of time, but a speed like relative? I don't know, man. Well, it doesn't seem like 5 seconds, right? Like, I also have to change it on all babies. Let's not use multiple babies for now. Let's say the spawner only knows about baby number one, and that you're going to be relative I change one of these. Position mode is relative. Move mode, relative. Then it's way too fast. Okay, but that kind of makes sense. So that means it'll take, if I do 1 second, it should be 1 second, right? Yeah. So if I wanted to go back to taking 5 seconds, oops, something like this. They're so slow and weird. Okay, well 5's too long, but yeah, I think that's the idea. So then we could try to have it hit and maintain, you know, stick with the beat. That's just too fast. So oops, I'm clicking all over the place. Oh no, life is yours. I almost banned you. I was clicking in the wrong place. And I just started randomly clicking and it brought up your user account information and I easily could have clicked ban. What a disaster. It's so abbreviated sometimes. the same one. Why would it be different sometimes and not others? Okay. Let's make the planets also play from the quasar for now. Just reduce some noise here. And then the sound bed, let's just turn that off for now. So the only Helm stuff we will be using is that one synth, which we said is 32 voices. Did you hear that? Hear it cut off? Like, why? Weird, slow space baby. But I kind of like them weird and slow. Like, I think we could do this in such a way that it would play the last 8 notes. Or like play them at a different tempo or something like that. Like that might be interesting, right? Okay, but I think so. I'm training for 3 hours. I've got to do some stuff and go to PNC in the evening. So I think I need some little brainstorm time to walk around. So I am gonna stop streaming for now. Probably stream more this afternoon and probably stream more tonight. But I think I need to just think about it a little bit. Hard to sync drums with the guitars. Well, I mean, ideally you'd go the other way and you'd play your guitar at a tempo that was appropriate. Right? Like the idea would be that the drums drive the tempo, generally, I would think. Okay, are you crying? Are you crying because I'm stopping a stream? I just gotta think about it more. I don't quite know what to do yet. I'm like on the guitar came first. Oh, well. Then I don't know what to do, man. Try to squish the guitar around until it matched. That's a thing you can do. Logic has stuff to do that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming. It's been 3 hours. We'll stream more. We made great progress today on Strata and Room with the View. Those are ready to be in the books, I think. Hello Sunshine is close. We had the breakthrough last night at the Quasar, which is pretty interesting. Still don't like the way it sounds, and I still don't know what the relationship is between the planets and the quasars and the babies. But in general, I'm liking this idea of like you teach a baby to sing a song, and with the quasar egg, and then when you let go, that spawns the baby, and the baby will play the song you taught it. Does that make sense? That might sound insane, but I think that's the idea that I want to go for. So, okay, I'll check in later. Have a lovely, lovely day. Sounds fancy and hard. I don't think it will be too hard because we have, like, Helm gives us these sequencers. So as we play, where are you, Quasar? Pulsar, it's a Pulsar now, I forgot. As we play, we'll just add notes to a sequencer. And then when it's time, we'll just fire it off to play that. And then we can figure out based on the BPM how long it will take to play this. And since we have curvy and relative mode, we can figure out an amount of time and then spawn it that way. So I don't think it'll be too hard. I just don't know if it'll actually be good. So unfortunately, it's probably like an hour of work just to get to that point, just to see if I like it. So I want to think about it a little more before I dive in to do it, because it's going to take some time to do. And so I want to be sure that I think that is the best idea. But it may just be that we can't figure it out until we experiment. So anyway, have a lovely day. I'm going to go for a stroll, stuff like that. Talk to you later. Goodbye.